Formula 1 arrived in Italy now, the first of a two-leg mini-tour of Europe. And of course, there was some upgrades. Not Renault and Ferrari were not the only team that had brought some. Renault had also brought their new upgrades in hope to make sure that their engine can climb up the grid after it was shown to be lacking power in recent races. Esteban Ocon seems to be happy. The team seems to be happy though with the performance of Daniel Ricciardo as well in relation to Esteban Ocon in recent races, as they try to fit reliability. Jaguar also brought an upgrade as well, with the team hoping to make even more ground up on the midfield runners and hoping that both Gasly and Evans can score consistent points. Venturi Williams were the third team to bring upgrades, hoping to try and catch up to the midfield teams as well after lacking in behind Jaguar now. But of course everybody would be keeping their eye on Ferrari, as they were hoping that they could go even faster than they had in the early part of the season after that advantage had been lost, with Max Verstappen winning the past two races. Whether or not Ferrari would be able to deliver on this pace, this would be unclear. But definitely, it will be a step in the right direction to winning the championship. But Ferrari were not on pole, as this one went to Sergio Perez, with this being a power track. DS still having the fastest engine. Vettel though is alongside on row 2, on the front row, with Da Costa and Leclerc on row 2. Daniel Ricciardo puts the new upgrades in his Renault to good use. He starts 5th, Max Verstappen alongside. Carlos Sainz and Esteban Ocon on the 4th row, with Magnussen and Hampson, the unexpected pair, on the 5th row. Lando Norris a little bit down where he should be with the performance. Mitch Evans starts 12th alongside Brendan Hartley. George Russell in 14th, the new upgrades of Venturi Williams not doing that much. Nick De Vries 15th. Hamilton still struggling, and 16th to Massa. Albon struggling for big time in his car, with Gasly and Van Dorn running the grid for today's Italian Grand Prix. Well, hello everyone and welcome back to another video of the F1-E mod, and as you can see by your screens, it is raining. Yes, this is the first wet race of the season. I don't know how they've managed to get some rain, since the fact when I went to Monza it was a bone dry sunny temperatures for pretty much the entire time, apart from one day, and I wasn't one day in the mountains that I went. But yes, nevertheless, Italy's a good track over the years.
Can run side by side into the Rettifilio, but don't brake too late on these cold tyres or you will hit someone.
Jeff's usual message there. I'm afraid that he's still about. We tried to fire him, but the team vetoed us. Might be going to dry weather. Probably not, actually, knowing the BBC weather forecast that we have going on in the F1 game. So we get ready for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! That was on quick. Lights out and away we go, and as instantly it's an absolutely woeful start as the HMS Titanic gets underway, and we go streaming into the graveyard that is turn 1. Cut the corner a little bit there, but we maintain the P10. Actually managed to get back into P10 after moving away as fast as the Queen Mary in Long Beach's Da Costa and Leclerc on screen now are having a big battle. You see that Ocon has already made up big places. We now have a move to lap 3, excuse me, and we have taken defended the place from Lando Norris, who is sort of getting stuck behind us. And unfortunately, Sergio Perez is out again. Well, out last time out in China, and he's now out with another engine failure here in Italy, as Ocon now is making big moves up towards the front. He's ahead now of Leclerc and Acosta, as we're watching now. Brendan Hartley, our teammate, he's coming through. He got the Alex Albon as well. I think Albon may have had front wing damage, which is why this lot are sort of lagging behind us now. You can see there that I think Vettel leads from Ocon, and then Ricciardo and Da Costa are battling up to 3-3. And you can actually see, Vettel has actually dropped out somewhere in the middle of that. So Verstappen does take a look, but this is going to invite Carlos Sainz to have a look, but Sainz doesn't get through as Albon now catches up to us on the end of lap 5, going on to lap 6. We squeeze him into the wall, and the power comes into the second part phase as we completely and utterly miss turn 1. But that is, of course, the effect of running on a pad, as Albon tries to come around the outside. Not a lot of room there at all. I mean, no, just no. As we move to the end of lap 6 now, we are coming in for our one and only stop onto another set of the intermediate tyres. I expect Albon is going to go on and try and make the overcut. He probably will, actually, because he has got a much faster car than us. I mean, the fact he was down in P18 in qualifying says something about the way his AI is performing in this series. As he might have actually got ahead of Vettel. Yes, we got ahead of Vettel. There's Vettel in the background. As you see, the Jaguar of Mitch Evans. Evans has been involved in some battle and made an earlier pit stop. But this is Sebastian Vettel. I mean, he was on the front row and now he's behind us. So something has really happened. I think he must have had front wing damage, which is why he was dropping down the order. Might have been Verstappen. I'm not gonna say name names as we do a big slide with Evans. We're not going to let the New Zealander get us that easily. As we cut the corner again, through that turn again. I'm on a pad, so I'm using that excuse as we watch now Esteban Ocon, who's the two Mercedes. Now, there is a glitch in this game that I cannot resolve. Everybody has this. The tyre wear for this mod is harsher, basically, meaning that you have to do more stops. This, however, doesn't seem to affect the Mercedes, so they can do the one stop as we are diving down the inside of Kevin Magnussen up at the Parabolica. Magnussen had some sort of issue with turning on. Magnussen's going to come back at us now down the main straight. We're no DRS, of course, so we're going to have to fake to the other side and get this done under braking. Can we? Okay, we're going to broke early and then slowed our speed down, and that is a nice controlled overtake back up into P10, which of course is the final points play position. There might have been some of Magnussen's front wing now on the left hand side. Of course we did back thing, but that was it. Vettel really had no pace, so that's no points for Vettel today and 1 point for us. But as we come across the line for P10, Esteban Ocon won the Grand Prix. To Vettel, I think Ocon might have made contact with Vettel, not Verstappen, excuse me. Ricciardo finishes in second place, Leclerc in third, getting Tifosi happy with that. Verstappen fourth, Sainz fifth, and Albon finished in sixth. Da Costa finished seventh, but Hamilton and Van Dorn got Mercedes' first points of the season with a no-stop strategy. Again, that's a glitch. The fact that they've got the same tyre wear as everybody else, but can do one less stop. I don't know how they're doing it. You tell me. Sebastian Vettel had that ring change, I reckon. He finished 11th. Brendan Hartley got ahead of Magnussen as well. He finished 12th. Magnussen 13th. Gasly 14th. Norris 15th. Russell 16th. De Vries 17th. Massa 18th. And Evans, well, he had to make that early stop. And 2 stops, of course, really was a pain. 19th, and of course Perez was the only person that didn't actually finish. So So, well, with Vettel not scoring, that means that Leclerc opens a 17-point gap at the top of the standings over Sebastian Vettel. Max Verstappen's a further point back in the third. Ocon, with his win, moves up to fourth, his debut win. Perez slips to fifth. Sainz in sixth. Albon, Norris, Ricciardo not far behind, and ourselves. We retain ourselves ahead of Da Costa thanks to that fourth place in Abu Dhabi that we got. In terms of the Constructors' Championship, Ferrari lead over Red Bull. I think that lead has come down a little bit, but it's still up there. Renault make big gap and move ahead of McLaren into third place. And then, of course, where we are, well, we're just cementing sixth place. And Mercedes, of course, big change for them. They move up from the bottom into eighth position. That's going to be a big thing for them to be able to manage for the rest of the season. So yes, that's going to be it for today's episode of the F1-E mod. Apologies that it's a little bit short, but obviously the wet can do that to races, especially intermediate conditions. The rain is really only ever excitable around Monaco, as proven in Final Fantasy F1. Yes, hopefully episode 8 and 9 are already recorded. Especially episode 9 is a bonkers episode. So if you like this series, then please do get subscribed to see more weekly Formula 1 gaming videos as when they come out. And yeah, I've got MotoGP as well, which I'll be doing something that Codemasters could learn as something like an F1 2020 game news style video. That's coming as well soon. But that's going to be it today. Hopefully you have enjoyed. Stay safe and goodbye.